Hey there, hello. Thank you so much for jumping on our Zoom. And whether you're watching it live or watching the recording, thanks for taking some time to learn a little bit more about what we're so excited about. I'm going to go ahead and screen share and do a little presentation. I'll kind of touch on myself and my story and who I am, and then go ahead and run through the company, these amazing products, and this fantastic opportunity. But I do want to just first off, again, thank you for being here. And secondly, thank the person who invited you to this or sent you this link. They really thought a lot of you to put this in front of you. They really saw the value of what we're doing, and they just wanted you to hear it. So I just ask you to keep an open mind, really just an open heart as we go through this little presentation. And certainly at the end, any questions you have, get back to the person who sent this to you, and they'd be happy to help you with, again, any questions, issues, concerns, always happy to help. Let me jump on and share screen. And as always, hopefully everything works. Easier said than done sometimes. And I am going to go ahead and play a short little video.
It's time to focus on the things you need, the things you deserve. You deserve a healthy body, supplements that get you moving and keep you moving, that make you feel good, look good, do good. And they shouldn't contain GMOs, artificial ingredients, or heavy metals, ever. Supplements that are clinically studied, use proven absorption technologies, are designed by scientists, and are ethically sourced and produced. Supplements with everything you need, nothing you don't. You deserve a company that you can trust, that's dedicated to safe manufacturing practices and third-party testing, that ensures the highest quality of effectiveness from extraction of ingredients all the way to the composition of the packaging. Wait a second. You deserve to see the process. You deserve a company led by a CEO with a deep belief in the power of people, dedicated to inspiring entrepreneurs to achieve success. A company with a phytonutrient chemist and expert on natural molecules who is obsessed with human health and has your best interest in mind to design its products. A board comprised of talented doctors from around the world. You deserve to be surrounded by people you trust and look up to. Empowered ambassadors that inspire wellness every day. Leaders who are rooting for you to be the best version of yourself. A community that works hard and plays hard. You deserve to experience adventures that take you around the world, and you deserve to be recognized for your hard work. It's time to get what you deserve. It's time to shift your focus. 3.
Woohoo! How good is that? That is an amazing overview of the company 3. And just to give a quick introduction, my name is Dr. Colleen Olitsky. My husband and I are actually dentists. We met in dental school. We are dental school sweethearts. And, I went into dentistry because I wanted to help people, right? I think most people in medicine, yeah, you want to serve people and help people. And I also wanted to make a great income. I wanted to be able to have time for our family. And so went into dentistry. I loved it, but I found myself about a decade ago. Now I just turned 49. So in my late 30s, I just kind of found myself at a loss. I had lost my passion for dentistry. I was really resenting my time at the office, and it was our business. We owned it. So it wasn't even like I was an employee. But I think a big part of it was having young children. My kids were, say, 2 and 5 at the time. And I was just really felt like I was missing a lot of time with them and a lot of their, monumental moments when they were little. And then just the stress, right? I mean, I think just being at the office and the overhead and the insurance and just all the things. And then I'd come home with 2 young kids. Well, that's stressful too. And it was that rat race. And one side of me felt so guilty for not just being so grateful for this wonderful life we had, but I couldn't push away this just nagging feeling that this just wasn't for me. I couldn't do this for the next 10, 20, 30 years. And so luckily an acquaintance reached out to me, and more or less just said, hey, there's this weight loss company, yada, yada, would you be open to learning more? And you know what? I said no. At first. I wasn't open to it. And I really just didn't know what I didn't know. But luckily, she was pretty persistent and consistent on social media. And by the summer of 2014, gosh, almost 10 years ago now, I still remember the day. I was at the office. My kids were 3 and 6, and I was paying a babysitter to take them to the beach on a beautiful sunny day. I live in Florida. And I still remember sitting there like, oh my goodness, that's it. Something inside me broke. And I knew that I was done. And so I called that woman up and I was like, you know what? I don't care what you're doing. I'm in. And so I was introduced to the industry of direct sales. And oh my goodness, I fell in love. I love that I could still help people. I love that I could make money. It was all about personal growth and becoming your best person and helping others do the same. And so I was able to retire myself within about 14 months of joining that company. To be clear, I was earning about half what I was being a dentist, but for me, that was enough to walk away and never step foot in the office again. And so it's been about 8 years. And I say, I live the dream life. I get to do what I want every single day. Now, I still want to serve and love people, right? And so I do. I go to the gym every single day. I have learned how to play tennis. I have written 5 books. I have another chapter due soon for a different one. And I get to travel, and I've been there for my kids for every bus stop, every sick day. And I had time for myself. I felt like myself again. And so I love this profession so, so much because it absolutely saved me. In those 8.5 years, I was with that company. I did really well. I did find myself sort of discouraged with a few different things and some changes, and won't get into the details of that. And I wasn't really looking for something new. But then Ricky and Francoise reached out to me about 13 months ago and said, hey, we're starting something new. We have a ground floor opportunity. We think you should take a look. And you know what? I jumped on a call. I watched a Zoom video probably similar to this, and I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to do this. And something just in my gut said, take the leap, have faith, because it was a scary choice. With that last company, I was earning about $150,000 residual at that point. I had a team of 13,000 people, and I was walking away from all of that to start over from scratch. So again, very scary position to be in, but something told me to take the leap, and I'm so, so happy I did. So the name of the company you're looking at today is Three, and it is founded on 3 principles: people, purpose, platform. And as you've already heard me talk about the last few minutes, people, right? Everything is about serving and loving people. And with that, our health, our finances, community, all these things shape who we are and how we act on a daily basis and how we feel about ourselves and our friends and our family. And so I love that at the core, it's about people. Our purpose is to impact others. And again, whether it's on the health side of things, the wealth side of things, or just the part of the community and being together. And the platform is this industry of direct sales, which we'll get into a little bit later, but it is so, so powerful and absolutely life-changing. So Daniel Piku is our founder and CEO. I've had the pleasure of meeting him several times and being on a cruise with him in the fall for a trip we'd all earned. And he is just amazing. He's the type of guy you want at the head of your company, someone who's not only all heart, but also all grit and perseverance. And, he's someone who when he was born and raised, he was raised in a boys' home, right? So he came from, I'm going to say, virtually nothing, and has built his way up into an amazing and successful business person. And he's not afraid to check himself and look in the mirror and hold himself accountable. And so he has a lot of experience in this space. And again, he's the right person to head this up. He's amazing. Our company was recently ranked as a AAA+ company. So for home-based businesses, they evaluated 823 online marketing companies, and only 7% received this rating. That's incredible. Again, it's only our first year. And so to have this has just been truly incredible. So thank you, Daniel. Then we have another Dan. This is Dr. Dan Gubler. He is our Chief Scientific Officer. Again, another amazing person, someone that you want in charge of your supplements. You can read there all of his accolades as far as his experience and his patents and what he's done. He's also huge on Instagram and TikTok. You should follow him. He gives great tips and advice, and he's just so fun. And I love that he's not afraid to use his voice, right? And that platform to educate people. He scours the earth looking for different phytonutrients and ways that plants can help our bodies. I think there are about 600,000 of them out there today. And I think less than 10% have even been discovered. And so we actually have a medicinal plant research institute in Thailand. And that is a place where they're researching and looking for different phytonutrients that can make a big difference in the health of others. Along with that is our scientific board. And I've had the pleasure of knowing several of these doctors. But yeah, these are people who, it's not a paid position. They're doing it because they understand the impact they can have not only on their health and their friends and family, but also their clients and their patients. And they want to marry, the Western and the Eastern medicine. Because again, you can have some great treatment, but if you're going to give your body the right nutrients, it's going to have a better and lasting effect, when they're doing their treatments. And so our science is based on three things: exploration, which we touched on, curation. This is critical. I know at this point, there are so many choices. I feel like there's a million different products and companies out there, and everybody's selling something. And for the most part, it's hard to know who to trust and what to take. And this is critical. Over 90% of all the vitamins and supplements on the market today, they're synthetic, they have fillers, they're white labeled. And you see people spending their hard-earned money and wondering why they're not feeling any better. And so to have something that is produced and curated right here in the United States in Salt Lake City and third-party tested to have the quality assurance, it's huge. And then absorption is really where we stand out. So being a quality product, integrity, purity, being clean, and then absorption, the bioavailability. This is important because when you take any other vitamin or supplement or drink a protein shake, your body only absorbs about 10% at a cellular level, and the rest gets excreted out. Our company sort of reversed that. They utilize these 11 different absorption technologies, and they've been able to increase the absorption to 60, 80, even up to 90%, depending on which phytonutrient they're looking at. And of course, a person's gut health. A healthier gut's going to absorb better. And so this is similar to getting like an IV injection, but of course, without the needle, the cost, the inconvenience. And so the stories we're hearing and the testimonials we're seeing have been so powerful. When you start putting this in your body, you're going to feel something really quickly. Typically it's 3, 4, definitely less than 7 days, you start feeling something. And we have the clinicals, the studies, everything to back this up. We're not just saying it. We're not just saying, oh, it absorbs more. No, they've done study after study after study to prove that these products are absorbing at a much higher level, and therefore the efficacy is that much better. Epigenetics. This is something that word might not excite you like it does me, but I've been studying this for about 6, 7, 8 years now. There's an author, David Hawkins. I started reading him a long time ago, and he talked about disease and genetics. And people say, well, that's genetic, that's genetic. That's true to a point. We may have certain genes in our body, but whether they're expressed, whether they're turned on or off, a lot of that has to do with your lifestyle choices and environmental factors. So yes, getting exercise, having loving relationships, eating healthy foods, all these things dictate that. Awesome thing. So yeah, this is the book, Biology of Belief. Again, I love reading. I love self-development. And yeah, he talks about the environment. It's not the genes, it's the environment that really dictates our overall health. And this is something that really struck me. You read stats all the time, right? And it is hard to know, is it even true? Even if this is only partially true, it's disgusting and it's awful. And I think most people on here can absolutely agree. When you look around, and whether it's with your own children, nieces, nephews, friends, kids, when we look around and we see the increase of ADHD and autism and diabetes and obesity and all these things in our kids, it rips my heart out. Because how can we in today's world, with all of our knowledge and resources, how are we going in the wrong direction? How? And a lot of it has to do with our food, with the toxins, and something has to be done. And so, yes, we're looking for people who have a voice and they're not afraid to go out and use it and make a change. So our company did a study on epigenetics, and it showed that our products had a direct effect on the genes, meaning it turned on or turned up certain genes you want to turn on, say for energy levels or brain health, but yet it turned down certain genes or down regulated the genes you want to turn down or off, say for inflammation or diabetes and blood sugar. And so it helps you achieve homeostasis. This is a game changer. This is not just another vitamin. This to me was probably the one thing that really sealed the deal a year ago when I was taking a look at this company. Being in the health and wellness industry for the last decade, and also being a doctor, dentist, and understanding the pharmaceutical medicine side of things, this is the PDR, the physician desk reference. This is like the doctor's Bible. And so I know how rare it is to have a holistic, a proactive wellness solution be in this guide. Our company has all 6 of our products in the PDR. So the validation that we have where doctors can recommend these products with, number one, confidence that they work, the efficacy, and then number 2, have the protection on their license that what we say is in the product is actually in it. Again, third-party tested, all the quality controlled things, just all the boxes that are checked. These are the best of the best. And so I'm going to take a few minutes to run through the 6 products. I won't go into great detail. If you need more, please get back to the person who sent you this and we can send you as much info if you want. But this is Vitalite. I kind of feel like this is the foundational product, right? For a proactive, preventative health and wellness. I hear a lot of people say, well, I eat really healthy and I'm partial vegan, or I do organic or paleo or whatever it is. And that's great. And it is important. But our food, our soil, it simply doesn't have the minerals in it, the nutrients in it it once did. You've heard those studies. You have to eat 17 apples today to equal the one from 60 years ago, or 54 bowls of spinach from the one, bowl, way back when. And so as healthy as we eat, we still need something to fill in the gaps. And that's where this comes in. It's going to have a superfood blend. It's going to have all your trace minerals, amino acids, probiotics, enzyme blends, omega-3, berry blends. So just a phenomenal product to help you supplement, and every single person on the planet should be putting this in their body. And you'll notice you'll have a lot more energy with this one. It's a good one. Revive, I think, is a favorite on the team. Think inflammation, anti-inflammatory, arthritis, autoimmune disease, post-workout disease, car accidents, back surgeries. We have story after story after story of this one. So this helps with inflammation in the body. And again, you're going to feel it pretty quickly. When I say that to someone, I know they probably think I'm like, just exaggerating, but then they go home and put this in their body, and within 3, 4, 5 days, they're like, oh my gosh, you're right. Like that shoulder has been sore for a couple of years. And I noticed, yeah, it's just not, it feels better. It has absolutely improved. And this has a lot of different things in it, like the curcumin, different shiitake mushrooms, pepperdine, menthol. And these are all phytonutrients. They're tried, tested, and true. We know they do what they do. Go to a Google Scholar and look them up. But now we have a way of getting it in a pure form and actually getting it into the cell so it does what we think and know it will do. Internell is a great one. This is like a cellular guardian. Think antioxidants, neutralizing free radicals, super, super important. Glutathione is a big one. Resveratrol, coenzyme Q, has some collagen in it, some superfruits. This is a fantastic one. I feel like this is almost like a little energizer, pick me up too. I take this one in the afternoon. And it's a sweet little treat too. It does taste really good. I am picky as all heck, and it actually does taste very good. Even my kids like it. So that's a testament to the taste too. Collagen. I feel like this has kind of come onto the market in the last 3, 4, 5 years, and it's a very popular supplement. But again, like the Vital Proteins, it's what all the celebrities use. So people go out and buy it. You guys, it's a powder. And every time you kind of open and close it, it gets oxidized and it's virtually ineffective. Plus, collagen's a big molecule. It's not getting into the cell. So ours is hydrolyzed, it's micronized so that it can actually get into the cell and do what it's supposed to do. We use 5 grams of marine collagen. We use that because marine collagen most closely resembles human collagen. So as we take it into our body and our cells break it down to reuse it, it readily uses it more. And 5 grams is the efficient dosage that we use. And it also has the keratin, hyaluronic acid, pomegranate juice, vitamin C, biotin. So it's great for your hair, skin, nails. But collagen is the most abundant protein in the body, and we stop producing it around age 25. It starts to slow down. And so it is very important to supplement with this. And a cool fact about ours, we only take it for 10 days a month, and then we stop and cycle off for 20 because it actually stimulates your body's own production of collagen, which is absolutely incredible. Nothing else like it on the market. Then we have Immune, our 5th product. And everyone always teases me because I always say, well, it's not a very sexy product, but I do feel like that was one of the positives of COVID the last 4 or 5 years, where people are more interested in boosting their immune system. They see the value of that. And so they may be taking a vitamin C or an elderberry or a zinc or something. And I always ask them, well, is it a clean product? Is it third-party tested? And they're like, no, I don't think so. Well, are you absorbing it? No, I don't think so. Well, how much does all that cost? How hard is it to take? And so when I show them ours, we have 13 different phytonutrients that help boost your immune system. It's 2 little capsules, and it's really priced competitively. It's not going to be as cheap as the stuff you see at Costco or CVS. It's just not, because again, that's synthetic, it's fillers, it's not doing you any favors. But amongst some solid, good products, it's priced very competitively, which I love, because we don't want it to be priced so high that it can't serve and help people, because that's the point of having the company in the first place. And so I do love this product. There's also something called quorum sensing, which I knew nothing about. Apparently bacteria, good and bad, they like talk to each other. And so they have the technology where it helps decrease the bad bacteria communicating with the other bacteria. And that's like another way that it helps boost the immune system. And even if you start kind of getting a little sniffle and you take some of these, like you can kind of zip it right then and there. So it's an awesome product. The last one's Purify. I think this is my favorite. With my last company, I really understood the need to detox. I studied it. I've learned all about it, and once in a while I'll have someone sort of argue with me that, well, yeah, we do have our organs that naturally do it, like our liver and kidneys and stuff. And I agree, God designed us perfectly. However, we were never meant to be so inundated with the herbicides, the pesticides, the plastics, the heavy metals, and all the things. No matter how careful we are toxic, and it leads to inflammation, which leads to disease. It's just a fact. And with my last company, you had to do a 48 to 60 hour fast, nutritional fast. And that was one of the ways you could detox. Now, yes, that works, but guess how high the compliance was? 9 out of 10 people aren't going to do that. And so it's very frustrating for me. And so for this to have a simple little capsule that you can take at nighttime to let your body detox naturally overnight while you're fasting because you're sleeping anyway, it's been incredible. I have not done a cleanse or a fast day in the last year. My weight is absolutely maintained. So has my muscle, my blood works perfect. And so I love that this is something that anyone can do. And my children take these too. They are now, well, they'll be 13 and 16. Now they don't take pills yet, but they drink fruit smoothies and they drink protein shakes. So I open the capsules up with the capsules and put them in there. And 2 of them are little juice packets that they can just drink. And again, I think getting our children, that generation, on a healthier track is absolutely critical. And this is kind of what I mentioned about the immune. Remember I said with people with their immune system, they'll buy like a bunch of different things. This is how much it would cost on the bottom if you were to buy individually all the different phytonutrients that are in our products. And again, ours are clean and you're actually absorbing them. It makes it simple and again, extremely cost effective. Now, these are meant to be taken all together. I tell everyone, if you can take all 6, absolutely do that. They're meant to work synergistically together and you're going to get the best results. Now, when I have conversations with people, if they say, hey, I'm on a budget or I'm looking for this, we can pick out the 2, 3, 4 products that we think will best benefit you. Again, that's a conversation we can have, obviously after this Zoom. If you have questions, get back to your person, let them know you watch this and that you have some questions and we'll help you with that. I want to make a small pivot here as we wrap up the last 5-10 minutes. I want to touch on the opportunity. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I love this profession. I have helped so many people create an additional stream of income. I have helped people retire from their jobs from one end to the other. And let's be honest, in today's world, no one's escaping inflation. There's so much economic uncertainty with our jobs. It's so smart to have like this plan B going on. And the direct selling market, it's huge. It's already a $200 billion industry. And it's expected to go to 300 billion in the next 5 or 6 years. It's incredible. So you want to get in on this. It's not weird anymore, right? We see all the Instagram influencing and the social selling. It's word of mouth marketing. Nothing is more powerful. It's an amazing platform. So our company did pre-launch February 2023. It's been 13 months. We are now in 15 countries. This is a global company, and we're expected to open in 100 more as the different regulations and things go through. And so you're seeing this very early. We're at the very beginning of this. It's like being in the room. If you've ever heard of Amway or Mary Kay, it's like being in the room when it first started. And you get to ride this wave all the way to a billion, multi-billion dollar company. And that's where a lot of lives are changed. That is where momentum happens. That's where wealth is created. So timing, positioning, it couldn't be any better. And I'm not going to go over the compensation plan. Again, this is something, get back with your person. We can kind of go over this, but I do want to mention 2 things. This is a binary. It is the most, I'm going to say, productive, paid out type of comp plan in the industry. And what I love about it is the leverage. You're not just paid on your efforts, and it's not the person at the top who makes all the money. People who are quote unquote under you can absolutely out earn you. What I love about this, say you take a look at this and you decide to join and buy a pack of products, the person who brought you in, as they continue to tell people and they come in either as customers or brand ambassadors, they'll also go down under you and your organization. The points roll up and there's a residual income you can earn on them. So you have to take direct advantage of their network and their hard work. You also are going to have a whole team of people who are here to support you, to help do phone calls or share the Zoom recording or do a meeting. You don't have to do the meeting. You're just inviting someone to just hear it. Just hear if you hear what I see, if you see what I see, just listen to it. And so this goes on infinitely. There's no levels. So next week, next month, next year, as we continue to grow and build, it's not like it gets cut off. So it's a phenomenal compensation plan. This was our team back in May, the top picture, and just 4 months later, that was our team at our event. And again, like I said, this thing is growing and growing fast. So it's a good time you're hearing about this now. I know money can make people cringe a little bit. I'm one, though. I've actually written a chapter in a book on money mindset. I know that really good people can do really good things with more money. And I also know what it's like when you're struggling. And when you're struggling financially, it's crippling and it spills over into every other area of your life. And so we can't be afraid to talk about money because we have a solution. These are some of my weekly checks from when I first started. $7,400, $3,700, $2,400 a week. Would you like to be able to earn that? That's life-changing. This was back in September, October, $24,000 week. Would you like to know how to do that? I'll tell you how. You know what I did? I was not allowed to take my team with me, my old company. I started over from scratch. I actually went back to all the no's I'd gotten over the years. I told everyone about what I did because I loved it so much. This time they said yes. They saw the ground floor opportunity. They saw the life-changing products. They said yes. And so I probably talked to about 400 people over the last year. That's only 1 or 2 a day. It's really not that many. 70 said yes. Of those 70, half of them decided to go share with other people. I grew that into about 4,200 people and earned about $250,000. That's leverage. That's residual income. This is Tammy, 3,900, 1,000, 1,400. These are, again, weekly checks. It's a lot of money. Rich and Wendy Craven, phenomenal people, very successful. They're not doing this for the money. They don't need it. They're doing it because of the impact. They know they see others around them who aren't as fortunate as them. Here's a way to help them. They're giving them away. This is Hillary. She's one of those people who told me no for 9 years. Just wasn't the right time. She's a stay-at-home mom, 3 boys. So she's never done this before, but she was coachable. She came in and she was willing to learn the mindset, the skills, the habits. And these were some of her first weekly checks, $1,400 a week. And then she's grown and grown and grown. And she had a $10,000, $11,000 week in the fall. In a week, she's never done this before. That speaks to our team, our leadership, our systems, our support. We're here to help you. They just announced some incentive. We're always doing different trips and things, and they're so fun. Again, you might be able to pay to go travel, but I'm telling you, it's a lot more fun when it's free, when you earned it, and it's with your friends. So super fun. I'm not going to play the video. We can send it to you. And so as you take a look at this and say, hey, I definitely want to try the products and choose a pack, you get your business. It's for free. All the training, the leadership, everything we do is free. You're simply taking products and we teach you how to share them. I mean, in a nutshell, that's the business. See, there's some of the events we do, that's a different one. We'll go back into that. So let me just take a few minutes as we wrap up. How can you get started? There's a pack of products you can buy. There's 5 of them, and they range from $200 up to $2,800. Let me take a moment to talk about this one. This is called the Founders Pack. This is exciting. Remember I mentioned you're hearing about this company very early. You have the opportunity to become a founder with the company. You do that by buying a Founders Pack. You see those little bubbles there, the 9777. That's how many months worth of products you get. So that is great for yourself. If you're like, hey, I'm committed. I see the value of these products. I really want to put them in my body. Or maybe you want to share with a spouse or family. So you get all that product. With it, you also get paid at a higher level for 3 months. You also get, I'm going to say, paid active status for an entire year. Meaning, if anyone who owns a business, there's an overhead, right? You have expenses. The only overhead or expense to this business, it's about $120 a month. It's the 2 products that you're going to use, buy, and love and share anyway. But with this Founders Pack, you have the entire year paid. You can earn money for a year without spending another dime. And the last thing you get with this, and probably the most exciting part, is that you get to participate in a 2% global revenue pool. And this is something where every week the company takes 2% of the global revenue. Now, remember, in 15 countries and growing, revenue, not profit, they take that 2% and put it in a pot. Anyone who buys this Founders Pack, they have the ability to earn shares, put their hand in that pot, and take out some extra bonus money. I always explain that this bonus will be smaller in the beginning because of those 2 variables, right? The revenue, we did like 70, 80 million our first year, like breaking records. We've done great, but that's nothing compared to the 500 million, billion, multi-billion dollar company we're going to become. But as we grow, well, guess what? So is the revenue, so is the 2% pool, so does your bonus. Also, as your team grows, so do the shares, so does the bonus. So it's a one-time purchase, but you have that ability for the life of the company. So without a doubt, 100%, that's the best one. Now, if you're looking at that saying, hey, Colleen, yeah, that sounds great. I simply can't afford it. Great. Let's look at some of the other packs. They have the Pro Pack for $2,300, which comes with a lot of the same things as the Founders Pack. You get the products, you get the paid active status for the year, paid at a higher level. The big thing you don't get is that 2% global rev share. You're not a founder. Then if you're kind of like, hey, those are just way out of my budget. My second favorite is the Premium Pack. That's $600. I like that one because you still get all 6 products. You get 6 products for a month and 4 for a second month. But like I mentioned earlier, I think it's critical to put all 6 of these in your body to have the best results. Worst comes to worst, you're looking at this and you're like, hey, I just want to get my foot in the door. Then great, get an intro pack. Maybe you want to add on collagen or revive or purify. And for, under $300, you can start your business and begin earning money even on that pack. But again, I would suggest you get back to the person who, let me escape that and stop share. get back to the person who sent this to you. Because I think now that you've heard it, perhaps maybe at a second time or in a different voice, you might have some additional questions. Let them know what they are. Let them connect you with one of our leadership. We're simply here to educate you, answer questions, and help guide you. And if you think it's a great fit, awesome. We'd love to have you join our team. And if it's not the right time right now, okay, let's discuss it. I still think you should at least get the products, be a customer, get your position. It's just, there's nothing else like it. Loving so much the company, the opportunity, the products, and our team. So I hope that was helpful. Any questions, reach out and ask. I hope you guys have a fabulous day.